Let's see. You got a UFO flying around at impossible speeds, and all you got are some products of Lockheed Martin's attempts at siphoning taxpayer money to their pockets. Oof, yeah, you will certainly need a guide for this one, and lots of trial and error. Fortunately, all is not lost, and there are a few things at your disposal. But first, let's understand what we're fighting. UFOs. As you can imagine, there are new and more types of UFOs compared to the base version of the game. And during the interception, you will be told what type of class of UFO you are fighting. I could go through all the classes of UFOs, but instead, I'm going to tell you what you need to know. If it's small, intercept with anything, preferably fast shooting. If it is medium, intercept with something bigger. If it's large, well, you better have some firestorms. And if it is very large, just look away. Let's see what we got to deal with these problems. First, we got our interceptors. Bad news, they suck against what we are up against. Good news is there are lots of upgrades for them in the foundry. Later, you can build a new fighter called Firestorm, which I mentioned before, using the alien computers, alloys, and the alien glow sticks. That is cool and all, but what do we do until then? What we do is build tons of Phoenix cannons. Everyone gets a Phoenix cannon. Why? They work. They got armor piercing, and for a while, they will work. Even when you get laser air weapons, they're still very good and will shoot down just about anything you can reasonably engage, because lasers suck at penetrating armor. If you cannot intercept UFOs, then you cannot get UFO crash missions for those sweet, sweet resources. Also, shooting down UFOs reduces the panic slightly, so it helps you stay ahead of the panic. Now, let's talk about weapons you need to care about. You start with avalanche missiles and stingray missiles. Move the fighters to the continent where the aliens are the most active, because they do not adjust themselves quickly and do not spread themselves too thin over the planet. Then, Phoenix Cannon. Slap that bad boy on every plane whenever you can in the early game. Laser Cannon, don't get too invested, don't make the same mistake as I did, but the good stuff are the EMP. As soon as you get this one, replace everything with this. Not only is it good for almost any occasion, it allows you to recover parts intact, which means much more loot. And they are armor piercing. Plasma cannon. When you're dealing with bigger UFOs and just having trouble taking down the big ones with the EMP, you build these en masse. Your final fleet should be equipped with these mixed in with our next weapon, Fusion Lance, aka the nuclear solution. This thing is slow, it's bulky, it can only be put on a firestorm. By every measure, it should be the worst thing ever. But it is the best weapon you got. It has 100% chance to completely destroy the UFO it kills, and it one-shots almost every UFO. The only downside is that its accuracy is not that great, and sure, you might not get all the loot from crashed UFOs, but with this thing, there's no need to worry about such things or getting things out of hand. It requires a fusion core, which are rare and can only be found from assaulting battleships and alien bases. This is, however, a complete overkill against small-sized UFOs because of the fire rate. So if you intercept a small UFO after you get fusion lances, send one with plasma or EMP. Now you know the enemy and know yourself, in theory. In practice, it's not that easy. There are a few other mechanics you need to be aware of. Your planes can level up and thus increase their aim and dodge stats. They gain XP by shooting down UFOs and on higher ranks can bring up to 4 planes into the sortie. Other than that, just press the red button when your active aircraft's HP is getting low and hope that your other aircraft can figure out that they should pull out before they are blown out.